Good morning, everyone. It is about 4:40 in the morning, and we are all getting ready by flashlight. And as you can see, we did a a flashlight up against the water bottle here. Yeah, but anyways, we're getting ready by flashlight because Duke Energy has yet to come to our house to restore power. We have, I'm pretty sure you saw the footage where we have a downed power line because a tree fell on it, and we've called Duke several times, and it's kind of the same scenario that they're hearing all over the state. So we're not considered like any emergency at this point. But it's a bit of a pain because we have to rely now. Thank goodness that before we moved here, we ended up purchasing a generator, and I don't know if you can kind of hear them in the background, but that's what's going right now. My husband's outside refueling it because we've already gone through almost a full tank. But we have a freezer, a chest freezer full of our Cornish cross chickens, and of course then we have a refrigerator. So yep, there it is, kind of powering back up again. So we are all getting ready to leave. We're leaving super early this morning. We've been invited to go to the Rhodes house. We're actually gonna be going to their house this morning and helping out with chores. Emma really wanted to help try to milk their cow and just be there for a morning to help out with chores, and so we got that arranged the last time that we were there helping them process their chickens, and Justin was very kind and reached out to us and let us come back. So we're gonna be heading out of here probably in the next 15 minutes and kind of traipsing around the wires that are down on the ground. So we're gonna have to be very, very, very careful walking around those. But yeah, we'll get out of here safe and sound, hopefully, and be on our way. So catch y'all later.
All right, guys, it's still dark. It's about 7 o'clock. We are either lost or I don't know where we're at, to be quite honest with you. It's dark. It says that we're 3 miles away from the roads. I don't know. This must be the pioneer road that they took back 300 years ago when they started settling in this area that my wife decided to take. And then we're in the dually, which is completely uncomfortable. Every pebble, you feel it. So how does it feel?
Kaylin's doing it.
Good job,
No,
Kaylin.
yeah, way to go.
You need just one cow.
One cow?
Yeah, you can milk now.
Yeah, me and Kaylin will milk in the morning.
Lily, you're a good teacher, Lily.
I only have a long shirt. So when we hunt,
It cools down for the cold.
oh my gosh, how much milk does she have in her? A lot.
I'm
not allowed to cold classes because I'm pregnant.
Oh, I got one you can wear.
Is that a challenge? I just finished telling you, hey, when I do something, I do it big.
That's right.
And then you challenge me to the polar plunge.
This is the big also.
I think with this,
So we'll get it down to 30 degrees instead of 50.
well, I think that with, all this storm, it might be a little polluted.
No, we do a trough.
No, we do a trough.
Not in the creek. Fresh water.
We get fresh water from our well and ice. Look, he's all like, I think it's polluted.
Now listen, when I lived in Peru, we don't have hot water heaters, so you take a quick shower and you come back out.
So good for you.
It is.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know it. No, it was 2015, January 2015 when it happened, and we found you guys in Becky's homestead
Oh,
because we wanted chickens.
there weren't too many homes there at that time.
No, because you were like at 5,000 subscribers saying you were talking about possibly changing your name. You were asking what should we change our name to? Remember? That's how far back it goes.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that because we thought about changing Justin
Right.
Rhodes channel
Man,
to
y'all are
like a
old school
name, like a
fans.
Really?
Homestead.
And then after a while, I was like, enough talking about it.
What the heck?
Let's just do it. We got sued because we had 3 chickens, and so we sold it, and I decided, hey, let's take on this land because it wasn't even a farm, and there you have it.
Yeah.
So,
He's up there.
They don't know your family though.
what do you think, Ben? This is the sheep. Look at them. So apparently, Justin says sheep can go 100% off grass, whereas goats can't. And he's about to breed them. So that's kind of cool. It's beautiful here, guys. So where in Florida are you from?
I grew up in South Florida, in like Pompano, West Palm Beach area.
Okay.
My mom and dad. So my dad grew up in West Palm area.
Okay, so you're like 2 hours north of us. Where I grew up. I grew up in, well, from when I came from Peru, in Hialeah,
Okay.
in Miami area.
Okay.
So, like, what was your initial, like, were you skeptical
No,
at
it's
first?
not my idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got him involved.
So he wanted to go to the city?
No. No, we always lived out here. We knew we wanted to live rural. We knew we didn't want to live in the city. So when we got married, we moved into my house.
Okay.
And this, you know, it's Justin's family's property. So when we knew we were going to get married, we went to his dad and we said we want to live in the holler. And
So it's called the Holler
the
Farm.
holler, yeah.
Okay.
That's where that's what his family called it. 2008. It was after I had Jonah, and I was reading. My friend had given me a book, The Maker's Diet.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And part of the diet was raw milk. Where do I get raw milk though? Because you can't just buy it in the
Right,
store.
yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. Because she had gotten it from a friend who lived in Missouri, and it's much more plentiful there. She goes, you should just get a cow. You have all this land, because they knew we lived here.
Right.
They were our friends, obviously. They come over. She said, you have all that land. You should just get a cow, milk it. And I was like, Justin, you should get a cow. He goes, it doesn't work like that, Rebecca.
Does it? Does it?
Well, you were thinking,
An hour and a half of chores today.
but you were thinking, you know, infrastructure, fencing, that sort of thing. It wasn't necessarily like
The cow.
the chores or the cows. It was like the, well, you need fences. And see, like, I think then we were just starting to like understand this type of farming, you know, like
Permaculture.
exposed to it. So that was 2008, and 2014 is when we got our first milk cow. Okay. So 6 years later.
So what's
I'm
next?
getting a new yeah.
Well,
I'm getting a top loader.
when they're done milking,
I don't
we
like
move the
front,
cows
I don't
over,
feel like front load washers.
and then we move the sheep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm just
All right, so we moved the milking cow. Nope. You're coming out this way, Justin? Nope. Nope. Pop that one. There we go. There we go. Close you up. So Emma, what'd you think about milking the cow for the first time?
It's pretty easy. It's way easier than a goat. A goat, you gotta do it a certain way, but the cow, you can just squeeze it.
What'd you think, Ben? Milking.
It was easier than milking goats.
Oh, okay.
How about? That's so awesome. Lily's just giving orders and she knows. She's like, I need alfalfa.
come on, it's okay. Those three are the wildest. No wonder they're all friends. Three amigos, the three stooges.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the lamb.
Oh, there you have a bucket.
Don't Lily need help?
Okay, that's enough. They don't need a ton because they had some before.
She's a tough one. Look at her.
Good job, Lily.
I'm so looking forward to the day when our drought is solved.
All right, guys. So Justin and Rebecca went inside to go cook, I guess, and we're over here trying to set up their low tunnels without letting it blow away. It's kind of windy still from the storm. Chores have been pretty easy. It's been nice to just pick his brain a little bit, you know. Justin said, his mentor said that the biggest obstacle in this whole thing or in anything in life is really yourself, the limitations you put on yourself. So many things are already working against you, you know. It doesn't need your help or your being self-defeated, I guess. It was good for me to hear because there's many times I just want to throw in the towel or I just let those people that know me kind of make me feel like I should pivot and do something different. But you know what? It was good. Over 5 years ago, we started following them, and then 3.5 years later, we bought our first property, and here we are. We're actually here at the Rhodes, enjoying their company. and their kids. They got a nice little setup. And it's not that big. It looks humongous on TV. And I thought it was just ginormous. I mean, it's way bigger than ours, 5 times bigger than ours. But, like he said, you can do everything that you need to from a very small area. So it was encouraging. And we're gonna go inside, ask him a few questions. And Emma got her dream of milking a cow. She wanted to milk a cow.
Here, Mother.
Eat it.
Oh, fat worm.
$50 if you eat it.
Heck no.
Oh, he didn't. I'm kidding.
So he wants us to do the polar plunge. I'm just not gonna bring it up again. All right?
I'm not backing down.
Ben's not backing down.
Change the clothes, that's all.
If I do it, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. The Prince of Peace, he says.
I know, my life got changed because
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a Christian or
No,
anything.
I grew up Catholic.
I grew up as a Muslim and Hindu. Like I have all three religion in my house. My grandmother was Christian, my grandfather was very hardcore Muslim, and my mom is like very high caste Brahman. She come from like high caste Hindu family. So I grew up in all these three.
And by God's grace, he
I
saved
know.
you, right?
I
Yep.
know. This is God's grace.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's a miracle in itself. Like
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
he says, you see the mountains, you see the birds, you see everything else. He says those are majesties of his that remind you that he is who he is.
Sometimes we forget, we start to like worshiping the creation and we forget the creator, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says, but not all of them will be saved.
Oh yes.
So just be encouraged. Like we've been chosen by him. We did nothing. We were chosen by him,
Oh yeah.
and he just
Yeah, he
you know.
chose us. We didn't choose him. He chose us first,
right.
you know?
yeah, because we
Right.
never ran after him. He stubbornly loved us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's just neat
So
to
much.
hear, I love hearing testimonies about that. So that's cool, man. I'm so glad I got to know that about you, man. It's encouraged. I love that part about it. I mean, this is cool seeing all this.
Yes.
But to me, if I told my wife, had I do it all over again, I would probably graduate high school and go on missions
Yeah.
to different countries, I would. All right, guys, we just got done at Justin Rhodes and Rebecca's house where they're talking, hung out, did chores, milked cows for the first time, and Kaylin milked cows. So they're the real deal, people. They didn't have that many chores to do today, but we did shovel some mulch for deep bedding in the greenhouse. We moved the pigs. We fed the sheep, and we fed 2 different types of pigs, the breeders and the meat. Kind of neat. We started doing everything at dark.
Kaylin and Jonah and I moved the couch too.
Oh yeah, and they moved the cows. We did move the cow. That thing was heavy. That sled.
Yeah, that was heavy.
That was very heavy. That's it. All right, guys. I'm tired. We're getting ready to head back home. We got up at 4. It's already 1:30. Hopefully, we go back home to some power because we haven't had power in almost 24 hours now. So we'll see. All right, y'all. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's the
Pretty.
So we just got home from visiting the roads and found out that our gate in our backyard was left open this morning somehow, some way. That never happens, but it was today, and all of our chickens were in our backyard. They're here. So, but great news is that we came home to find that Duke Energy was out at our home and they were assessing our property damage to see, or the line damage to see what all we need to do as far as being clear out here, getting things fixed up. So they should be out here pretty soon, hopefully. We're hoping. We'll see. We got to get our chores done. Ben and I are going to take off and go get some more fuel just in case if we need it, because the guy still said to us that he can't promise us a time as to when they'll, get everything up and running. So
On a good note, guys, on a real good note, we have had that generator running for over 24 hours. And all we've used in 24 hours, all we've used is 3/4 of a tank. We still have half a tank left.
awesome.
Yep. So it's pretty good. Now it's not pulling full load, so that's
Right.
why it's it's lasting that long. But that Generac has been fantastic. So she's gonna go get fuel. The girls are gonna go clean out the buckets we got to get eggs and do our chores around the house.
Yep.
And then hopefully have dinner or something. We got to get this thing done because we got to go get something to eat soon.
Yeah.
So that was a long drive from the road. Hey Ben.
But a very enjoyable time. So Ben and I left the house to go get specific fuel we need for our generator. We go past a dam in order to get to this particular gas station, and the floodgates seem to be wide open because I'm seeing the mist climbing all the way up.
You're rinsing them out?
Yeah.
Okay. And then be careful because, guys, what we're doing right now is, you know, our toilets don't work. So we got buckets of water for flushing the toilet. So we clean out, these are 18 gallons of water. We're going to carry it up to the house with Malin. This is Malin. And this is our Uber driver. Her name is Kaylin. And that's it. We'll have that for the night, and hopefully they'll have everything else up and running. I went ahead and spread the manure for the rabbits, moved the rabbits. Grass is coming in good. It's not coming in as good right here because the carbon's very high. You got all that mulch right there and all the wood chips here. The carbon's very high. I'm probably going to go ahead and put the rabbits over here. Little creation. The rabbit poop coop. We're putting it here because when I ripped this with the box blade, somehow the way I did it, I ended up with a lot of carbon right here. You can see all the wood. So the winter rye is having a hard time where there's high carbon. See? Low carbon. Look at that. That's where the heavy poopage was at. So we're gonna put the rabbits here so they can do their thing, and we'll build soil.